Hello from Seoul. We all want that magical dinner, like quick and easy, budget friendly, and still delicious. What? Sounds impossible? No, not at all. With this amazing Japanese rice bowl, you can check all those boxes. Today, we're gonna be making Butadon, one of the best Japanese rice bowls of all time. For some reason, it's seriously underrated compared to gyudon. But once you take a bite, you'll be like, wait, why isn't this more popular? Yeah, it's too delicious. Especially the version I'm showing you today, it'll be way more flavorful and packed with umami than most rice bowls out there. So I really hope you give it a shot. If you do, I'm sure your rice bowl rankings might change forever. For this, you'll need some pork, garlic, ginger, and some rice. That's it. Super simple, right? But if you want to impress your family or friends, then grab some green onions and soft boiled eggs. With these bad boys, you're basically bring Tokyo into your kitchen. Alright, let's start with the vegetables. First, smash 3 cloves of garlic and finely chop them. Since we're adding this to our marinade, the finer, the better. But if this sounds like too much work for you, feel free to use a grater. It's totally up to you. Next, grab a small knob of ginger and grate it. About half a teaspoon will be enough. Now, some of you might say, Aaron, that's such a small amount. Can I just skip it? Sure, you can skip it. But as I always say, pork and ginger, they're a match made in heaven. So I highly recommend using it. It might seem small, but it makes a huge difference in taste. Trust me, that little touch will take your Butadon to a whole new level. This time, green onions. Grab 2 green onions and thinly slice them. Today, we're gonna use all of it as a garnish, so no need to separate the white and greens. Alright, let's move on to the marinade for the pork. In a small container, add a 1/4 cup of soy sauce, a 1/4 cup of sake, a 1/4 cup of mirin, half a teaspoon of hondashi, 1 tablespoon of water, 2 teaspoons of sugar, garlic, ginger, and give it a good mix. Here, if you don't want to use any alcohol, just swap the sake and mirin with water, and add a bit more hondashi and sugar. Even with that, you will still end up with a delicious Butadon. So, don't worry about it. Alright, it's time for the start of the show, pork belly. Today, I've got 1 pound of thinly sliced pork belly, and I'm just gonna cut it into nice bite-sized pieces. What? You can't find this kind of thin cut? Don't worry about it. If you only have thick cut, that's totally fine too. But just keep in mind that it will take a little longer to marinate. Once that's done, pour the marinade over the pork and gently massage it. And then let it sit at room temperature for about 5 minutes. That's it. So simple, right? Actually, you could just sear the pork first and pour the marinade directly into the pan, like a sauce. But if you invest a few minutes to marinate it like this, you will get way more tender and juicy pork at the end. So please don't skip this step. You won't regret it. Alright, everything is ready to go. Let's get cooking. In a large pan, add half a tablespoon of oil and heat it over medium-high heat. Once it gets nice and hot, add the marinated pork and spread it out evenly. And then stir fry for about 3 to 4 minutes or until it's beautifully charred and fully cooked. To get that nice beautiful char on the pork, I recommend cooking it in 2 batches. Otherwise, there will be too much moisture in the pan and your pork will end up steaming instead of searing. Alright, looks like it's done. Let's put the beautifully cooked pork pieces over the rice. Here, if you want to take it to the next level, like a restaurant quality, then just hit it with a blowtorch for a few seconds. Trust me, that beautiful smoky aroma you're looking for will be right in your rice bowl. Alright, to finish it off, let's put some green onions and soft boiled egg. How does it look? It looks absolutely fantastic, right? And this is totally optional, but I happen to have some Japanese pickled ginger left in the fridge, so I'm gonna add a little on top. Alright, it's really done. Let's see how it tastes. But before we meet our taste tester, I wanna take a moment to try some more Japanese flavors from Tokyo Treat and Sakurako. Tokyo Treat is a monthly snack subscription box that ships globally from Japan straight to your door. It's filled with a variety of fun and exclusive snacks that are only available in Japan. For example, if you open the box, you can see some limited edition or seasonal flavored Japanese snacks. And this month's theme is Summer Matsuri Snack Fest, where you can experience Japanese flavors like chocolate orange Kit Kats, mini sugar donuts, strawberry cotton candy, dondonyaki crackers, and many more. You're looking for some traditional Japanese snacks? Don't worry about it. With Sakurako, you will get local and authentic Japanese snacks from artisan snack makers, including Sanpin tea and special Japanese tableware, Bloom's hand-picked ceramics. And this month's theme is Journey to Okinawa, and you will find delightful Okinawan snacks like chinsuku, Okinawa almond caramel cookie, Okinawa baked chocolate, and Kokuto cinnamon peanuts. What? You're kind of worried about getting local snacks because of the language, ingredients, or allergens? Don't worry about it. Tokyo Treat and Sakurako provide a booklet in the box. It contains all the information about the snacks, snack makers, and even interesting cultural stories about Japan. If you're interested in experiencing Japan from the comfort of your home, go to the link in my description and use my code ANC. You'll get $5 off your first order. You want to experience real Japan? Wherever you are, Tokyo Treat and Sakurako will be with you. Thank you for sponsoring this video, Tokyo Treat and Sakurako.
Claire.
와, 엄청 푸짐하니 맛있어 보이네. As always, it looks super delicious. Let's give it a try. 오늘 아침에 프로틴바 하나 먹은 게 다여가지고 진짜 미친 듯이 배고파. 빨리 먹어야겠다. 자기도 배고프지 않아? 그치? 내가 빨리 먹고 같이 먹읍시다. 나중에 먹어야지. 아껴놓을 거야. It's made with pork, right? It looks nice and char. 이렇게 하고 약간의 some green onions. Ooh. Cheers! 엄청 맛있네. 이렇게 숯불에다가 싹 구워서 맛있게 밥 위에다 싹 올린 그런 느낌? 너무 맛있는데? 소스도 너무 달지 않고 그냥 짭조름하면서 되게 풍미가 한가득해가지고 누구든지 먹어도 너무 좋아할 것 같은데? 막 간장의 그런 맛을 제대로 살린 것 같은 느낌? 빨리 먹읍시다. I know Japanese people eat with only chopsticks, but I prefer to use a spoon when I eat donburi. 맞나? donburi 맞지? Rice bowl. 맛있어. 고맙게도 우리 훈이가 잘 놀아주고 있구만. For me, this is perfect as it is. But Aaron said, if you wanna eat it with more sauce, then you can simmer the leftover marinade and drizzle over the rice. Then it'll be more flavorful. You're welcome.
Today, we made Butadon, one of the best Japanese rice bowls of all time. How was it? Like I said at the beginning, it's simple, budget-friendly, and most importantly, insanely delicious. Seriously, who could say no to this? That's why every time I see pork belly at the grocery stores, I just can't help but make this dish. So please give this a try. If you do, you will see yourself making this every week. Alright, this is it for today, and I'll see you next time.